So welcome back. We are doing more jazz today. If you like what you see, if you like what we're doing here, please make sure you subscribe. We're doing jazz, we're doing altered 11th chords. And ninths, because why not? Altered 11th chords. And practice, just practice. That's what we're doing. Okay, you can see the examples below. If you don't like the clefs, you can change the clefs, but I suggest if you want to try this on your own, if you are ready to test your limits, rather than just watch me do it, you can take a look at all these, write all these down, see what you get. You don't even have to draw them on here. You don't have to use staff paper if you don't want to. For example, if you had the chord C major, if this was your example, you could just write equals C, E, G. What notes go in there? Can you write them in the staff? Can you write them on this? It doesn't really matter. As long as you know what notes go in what chord, that's all that matters. Can you read this? Can you interpret the symbols here that make up chords? If you saw this on your jazz chart, would you understand, oh my god, what do I play? Could you figure it out? And this is, if you count, if you want to do it as slow as I do, or if you're just like, bam, B flat 11, sharp 9 is right there, so bam, that's not it. But if you wanted to play that just like that, you could. That's the next level, is getting that quick. And it takes a lot of time to do that. So let's go ahead and start this. I put some random stuff here. We'll talk about what works, what doesn't work, and see if you can find out what all of these are, how they would look. Even if they don't work, what notes would go in them. So first off, we're going to write our C major, which looks like this. We got our C major and 11. C major and 11 simply means we make a C major chord, a C major 7, put a 9 because the 9 is implied, and you have your 11. This is super simple. This is about as basic a chord as you can get. We'll play this right now because for fun. C major 11. Okay, next up we got D. This is read D minor, sharp 11, flat 5. D minor, sharp 11, flat 5. So we're going to put our D. We'll just go ahead and start your circles off. That is an easy way to do that. You put your circles. Did I put too many? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11. There you go. D minor is already there. D minor 7 is already there. We're good. Then all we have to do is sharp our 11 in the key of D minor. In the key of D. But really in the key of D major will work too. Your E is natural, also in D minor. That's okay. Your 11 is supposed to be F sharp. Am I off somewhere? D, F? No, it's supposed to be G sharp. There we go. It's supposed to be G, so your sharp 11 has that sharp on there, and that's your sharp 11. This is your sharp 11 right there. And then we need to flat our 5. So we take our 5 right there, and we flat that bad boy right there, just like that. Now, we talked a little bit about why chords won't work, and see if you can figure out why this one doesn't work as I play it. The reason this doesn't work is these two notes. Did I do this wrong? I did this wrong. There's a sharp 11. Why doesn't this work? Because these two notes are the same pitch. If you look here, we got N harmonic, A flat, and G sharp. So technically, this doesn't work. This breaks because you're duplicating a note. You might as well just call it D minor 7, D minor 7 flat, I'm sorry, D minor 9 flat 5. You might as well just call it D minor 9 flat 5. That's what I said, right? There we go. Because this is a repeated note. These two notes are the same thing. These two notes are enharmonically the same. However, if you want to stress that you need to have that note on top, maybe this is what you want. The A flat somehow resolves down. The G sharp somehow resolves up. Then, technically, or especially if you're playing microtonal stuff, you could get away with this. There are reasons why. There's reasons why not. There's reasons why, and you make a case. If you're at this level in jazz theory, you can start making up your own rules and saying, hey, I need a D minor, sharp 11, flat 5. I need this chord, and I need exactly these notes for this reason. You start making it up. And again, all this means is that D is on the bottom. The rest of the notes happen somewhere in this order, or in some any order, really. You could flip them. It's kind of nice to have this on top. It's kind of nice to have that on top. Just because then you can hear that it's an 11 chord. So to stack it and then throw that on top, it makes it sound like an 11, well, sharp 11 chord. Okay, we're going to move on to B flat. I wrote all these so the roots are down nice and low. We got our B flat. I'm going to try, I'll put it over here. Why scrunch it? B flat, D, F, A, C, and E, I think. That's 1, 3, 5, 7. 9 and number and the 11th come there. Okay, so we got B flat. This is dominant 7, so we need to make our dominant 7 with the A flat. If there's nothing, no quality, no minor, no major, then it's automatically dominant. So we got our B flat dominant 7. We throw our 11 there, which is fine. In the key of B flat, you need to have E flat as your 11th. So that works. And then all you do is you sharp your 9 in the key of B flat major. C is normally natural, so we have to sharp that bad boy right there like that. And you get this wonderful chord. I'm going to see if I can play them all as we keep going. I am going to run out of keyboard. Try this. Let's see if we can do this. There we go. Pretend that note's there. Pretty. So, pretend that's an octave lower. Yeah. It's like almost beautiful, right? It's like a little bit crunchy, but also pretty good. Pretty beautiful. 11 sharp 9. Does this work? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have any enharmonics there. Double checking, double checking, double checking. Looks okay. Okay. E minor 11, very simple. You just throw your E, G, B, D. There's your automatically, that's a minor 7 chord. You throw your 9 in there. In the key of E, you need your F sharp to make it a normal 9. And then you just throw an 11 on top. The 11 is A, and in the key of E, you got A as a natural note. So that's just fine right there. So I think I can play this one. E. I love minor 7s. Then you have the sharp F and the 11 on top. Minor chords, man. Minor chords. Everyone's like, oh, minor's sad. No, minor's beautiful. Could listen to that chord all day. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we're on bass clef now. Again, if you don't like bass clef, you can go ahead and throw treble clef there. I don't care. Do what you want. If you say I never use bass clef, that's fine. If you never want to use alto clef in your life, I understand. If you're a violist and you might be saying, hey, leave this alone. I defend you too. I understand. But plenty of people detest this one because you never use it. Interesting random anecdote. I had a student who played cello. And usually most of my students love treble clef and they hate bass clef because, you know, they learn treble clef first. And bass clef is hard because it's the new one or whatever. Or they only play in like violin or trumpet. But anyway, I had a student that played cello. She loved bass clef because she uses it every day. She hated treble clef because she never used it. And then I had a viola student, and he knew all three. Cold. Like, really, really good. So, use what you need. Use what you need. If you want to learn them all, great. If you don't, I understand. Let's see. We got F sharp, dominant 7. So, we can write that like this. F sharp, A sharp, E, C sharp, E natural is your dominant 7. You're going to throw a G in there in the key of F sharp. You need to have that G sharp. And then we're going to take our 11, which is going to be that B in the key of F sharp. B is natural, so we need to sharp it to make our sharp 11. Again, this is our sharp 11. Right there. Boom, and then that's your chord. So we got F sharp. I'll see if I can play all this. I will not run out of keys here. We're good. Here we go. And then E. There's your dominant 7, which is fine. You got your G sharp, and you got your B sharp. Cool. A little bit new age, a little bit crunchy. All these have different flavors. It's like you're making what, a steak. You're cooking, right? You're cooking. What kind of flavor do you want in there? The sharp 11, the sharp 9, the flat 9, the flat 11. That's like adding salt. That's like adding a little bit of ginger. That's like all these things. All you do is coloring. The root is the same. The chord is the same. You're still making a steak dinner. You're still making a chicken dinner. You're still making fish. You're still making tofu. It doesn't matter. The seasonings is what you do. That makes it interesting. You can make the most boring steak and the most, and I will lose some of you on this, but you can make the most tasty, delicious tofu dish. Okay? Believe me, you can make the most bland steak. You can make the most delicious tofu. It's all about the seasoning. It's all about what you do, how you cook it, all that stuff. It's all that's the chord qualities in here. This is the boring stuff. F, that's a steak. You can make a steak really good, you can make a steak really bad. There are rights and wrongs. What are you going to do to make your steak, to make your chord as interesting as possible so other people are going to listen to it, are going to eat your food, are going to listen to your music and be like, ooh, this is good. I never knew I liked tofu. For the record, I actually like tofu. If I lose some of you right there on that, I hope you come back to check your answers at least. Okay, we got A major, A major. A major here, this is going to be like that. That's our A major 7. We got our sharp 9, which is sharp 11, sharp 9. In the key of A, we have B, so we have to sharp it to make it a sharp 9. And then in the key of A, we have D. We got to sharp that to make it sharp 11. That's it. Again, here we go. I will not be able to play this. So I cheat. There we go. A, C sharp, E. There's your major 7, and then you got B sharp and D sharp. Again, crunchy. That's the root. Pretend that's an octave lower. It's crunchy. Some of these are gorgeous, some of them are not. But, again, it's all about context. It's all about context. Gotta keep this there. This is important for today. It's all about context. If you don't put them in the right context, then they sound really strange. Just by themselves, maybe they don't sound right. But if you put them in the right context, you put them in the right chord progressions, every chord has a home. That's the message for today. Everything in context. Okay, so we got E flat. Let's go ahead and throw E flat. We'll give ourselves some room here. We got E flat, big ol' E flat. E flat. Let's see. I'm just gonna write our notes because there's a lot to do on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's enough, right? Yeah, looks good. E. We got. I didn't put minor in here. This is just flat 5. So this is gonna be strange. This is like dominant flat 5. This is weird. Dominant flat 5. So we're going to make dominant, which is going to look like this. We need a D flat. So you got that as dominant. We're going to flat the 5. Looks like that. Let's take a look at the 9 here. So we got E flat to F. That is a normal 9. So we got to flat that little bad boy. And then we got an A there. This should be flat to make it a normal 11, to make it fit in the key of E flat. And now we need to flat it again. Okay, so... This is what this sounds like. And again, I'm not playing in the right octave because I don't want to play that low. But here we go. That's weird, right? G to the A double flat. I think that's the beginning of The Simpsons almost. D flat, F flat, and A double flat. Something's weird here. Let's see if I can figure it out. Maybe this is right. What is strange here is we have an A double flat and we have a G. And if the G is normal 3 and our flat 11, there it is, our flat 11 equals flat 4 equals 3. So that's why those don't work. Those are the same pitch. That's why that's strange. Did I do that before? We had a flat 11. No flat 11s yet. There's a flat 11. It'll happen here too. Remember, this whole thing is all about experimental stuff. If it doesn't work on paper, it's okay. You can still make it up, make it work, just like we did with this one. It doesn't really matter. The whole exercise, the whole point of this exercise is, can you turn these chords into actual playable notes? That's the whole point. So here we go. We'll keep going with G sharp, flat 11. G sharp, we put our G, B, D, F, A, and C on top. We got to make G sharp dominant 7. The cool thing is, if you make all your notes the same on G sharp, it automatically works. It just works just fine. We got our what am I thinking of? G sharp major has everything except F double sharp, so that's got to be sharped. And then here, this should be sharped, but before you sharp it, you also got to flat it. So sharp plus a flat equals a natural. If you want to make your theory teacher proud, you could do that. You could do that, but you don't need to, and it looks like that, and it sounds like this. I barely have enough for this. Here we go. Here's our F sharp, we got our A sharp, and then our C. That's cool. Not bad. Again, the problem with this is we have B sharp, and we have C, and these are the same note and harmonically. Again, maybe you have a reason for this to go down and this to go up. So maybe there's a reason. Maybe there's a reason. Or not. Okay, we got alto clef. We got G on the bottom, if I know my alto clef well enough, and I think I do. G goes right there, so we got G, A, B, D. Oh my god. Okay, there's a lot of chords. Okay. Just like that. I'll move over so we're not in the way of the F sharp there. G, B, D, F. Yeah, this looks good. Over here. Okay, we got our G sharp. Again, we got the same thing, so we can do our G sharp, dominant 7 chord. Looks like that. We got our sharp 11 on top. In the key of G, everything's got to be sharp. So instead of a normal sharp, we got to put a double sharp on that bad boy. And then we got a flat 9. Again, we got our sharp 9 is normal, but we're going to keep it. We're going to flat. So a sharp plus a flat equals a natural. So you can put a natural sign there if you want. You don't have to. This is going to be a little on the crazy side because we got a C double sharp. So I won't be able to hit this. But whatever. We'll make it up again. Oops. Then we got our B, where are we? A natural. And we got our C double sharp, which is going to be a D. Yep. Oh my god. There you go. About like that. I gotta cheat with my double octave thing. Here we go. Next is D. Let's see. We got C, F, D is all the way down here. D, F, A, C, E. Sure. And I think we need one more there. We got D minor 7, which is good because D minor is automatically good when we do it like that. There's our D minor 7. In the key of D, we got D, F, A, C. E is already fine, but we do have to do something with this one. This is E, this is G. We got to put a flat on there because in the key of D, G is natural, but we got to flat it because of this thing. So we got to make sure that we flat that thing. So we got our, it looks like this. We got D. I think I can play all this just fine. Again, gorgeous stuff. All minor. Minor 11. But you flat the 11, you get a little bit more color. Again, context will help you sell that. Will help it sell big time. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, we got... Okay, just double check my work there. We got E. We can put the E right there. We might run into this stuff. So, where can I put this? I'll put this over here. E, G, B, D, F, A, and I think we need... No, that's good right there. Good. Okay. Let's see. We got E dominant 7 to start off with because it doesn't have anything about 7. So if it's blank, then it means dominant 7. So we got E, G sharp, B, D. That's fine. We got our sharp 11. So our our G, A. Our A needs to be sharped because in the key of E, A is natural. So we got to sharp that thing. And then we're going to sharp our 9 as well. So in the key of E, we should have F sharp. But we need to sharp that thing. So we need to make it an F double sharp, just like that. If you want to put your little dots here, you can. Make it all pretty. Okay. So again, you got E, G sharp, B, D. There's your dominant 7. You're going to put a F double sharp. Like that. And you're going to do a sharp 9, which is an A sharp. Lovely. Good stuff. Okay, and then finally, we got one more here. We got an A sharp minor 11 flat 9. I also want to say, be very careful. If you look at these two examples, for example, this is G sharp, sharp 11. See how the space helps there? Be very careful. If you write this, is this E sharp 11 or is it E sharp 11? Does the sharp belong to the E or does it belong to the 11? You gotta be very careful. That's why I wrote mine like this. I put the E way over here and I put the sharp 11 way over there. Okay, makes it really easy to tell. If you're writing quickly, you'll mess it up. I had a friend and he would write his equal signs too quickly, like in math class. He would write his equal signs too quickly, and they came out like this sometimes, because he's not lifting up his pencil, right? He just does that. To which he would get confused. You can imagine, like, this is a very simple example, but if you did this, if you had 3x, 2, 6, right? You're like, what the heck? Where's my equation? Where did my equation go? Oh, this is an equal sign. Oh, now it's, okay, x equals 2, right? So super simple, and that looks like an A. You gotta be very careful when you write. Be very careful. If you go too quick and you can't read it the next day, that's a problem. It's a problem. It's a problem. Especially if there's no quality here, you gotta be very careful, because this can run together. Now, if you had E major, this is very simple, right? E major 11, sharp 9, this is fine. You could do that. Or even E sharp major 11. I'm sorry, E major sharp 11. You could do that. That was what I wanted to do. And then you could do E sharp major 11 sharp 9. That would be okay, because you got the spacer. There's no confusion with this. But when you leave it out, when you're using a dominant 7 as your basic 7, as your fundamental 7th chord, you might run into this issue. Be very careful. Make sure you put a little space. Make sure you put that. You could even do something like this. E sharp 11. Flat or sharp 9, right? You could do that. You can't see that. I just oh, my big faces. What I was saying is you could do E sharp 11. There we go. Flat 9. That's probably a little too weird too still, but anyway, make it work. Make it work. Make it work. Gotta be very careful. Anyway, over here we got A sharp minor 11 flat 9. Let's see. We got F is here. A is all the way up here. Yep. Okay. I wrote it and got to do it. Okay, so A, C, E, G, B, and a D on top with the cherry on top. You got an A sharp. This is going to be weird. A sharp minor. The cool thing about A's, when you make the minors, they're all the same. So A sharp minor is the same. We're going to keep the minor chord the same, so the G also has to be sharped. This is how you make a minor 7 in A sharp minor. A sharp minor. Relative major, C sharp major if you want, but anyway, A sharp minor looks like that. A sharp minor 7 looks like that. We're going to put an 11 on top in the key of A sharp, G, B, D. Our D is also sharp, so we're going to keep that sharped, but we got a flat R9. So in the key of A sharp, our 9 is going to be R2, so that's a B sharp. But we're going to keep, so it should be a B sharp, but we got to flat that thing. So again, a sharp plus a flat equals a natural. And that's your chord there. Should be. Okay, so let's play this one more time just for fun. Just for fun's sake. Yeah, I got to cheat. A flat, A sharp, A sharp. Okay. Oh, many chords. Too many chords. Oh, that's wrong, huh? Okay, one more time. And then G, I'm not even looking anymore. I don't even know what to look at. G sharp. Sounds right, I think. Right. Why does it feel major? Okay. Yeah, it sounds good. And then we got our B on top. And a D sharp. Pretty good. There's your A sharp minor 11 flat 9. Again, minors are gorgeous. Gorgeous chords. Again, not sadness, just color, just emotion, just beauty. Beautiful stuff. But those are your answers for that. If you find this useful, if you need help, if you find a mistake that I made as I went through all these hectic chords, please let me know in the comments. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, destroy both of them for me, if you will. If they come back, hit them again. And as always, you can support me on Patreon. I'll see you guys next time and keep progressing through this. If anything is difficult, please feel free to message in the comments. We'll get you situated and help you out. Until next time, bye-bye.